All right, guys, how's it going? Now, listen, I've got to wear these glasses to reflect the blue stuff from the phone. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, amplifying anything or out like that. Do you know what I mean? My eyesight's not too bad. My dad did say to me when I was a young lad, he said, if you don't stop doing that, son, you'll go blind. Right? My eyes have deteriorated over years. Maybe that's age. Either that or I'm a big whack. Anyway, listen. Fabrizio Romano. Mo Salah. Him. Rent a tweet. He's chimed in on this Joel Ordóñez. Now, obviously, I'm pronouncing his name wrong. You know that. He's chimed in on this Joel Ordóñez. I did a video about him yesterday, if you remember. Big claims about this lad. Anyway, Rent a Tweet's chimed in, and he said the relationship between Liverpool and Club Brugge remains very strong. Liverpool are currently scouting Joel Ordóñez as a centre-back, as they are with several other players, which we obviously know. We're going to get to that in another video. But currently, nothing has been agreed or finalised. Right? Now, there was something else as well that I wanted to talk to you about in relation to this. Where is it? Trying to find it. Now, David Lynch, right? Captain Obvious. You'll have seen that journalist. You'll have heard of him, right? Captain Obvious, he's chimed in on it as well. And he said, I had a conversation at Anfield yesterday that really poured cold water on it for me, so I don't think so. In other words, he watched my video yesterday. Right? So in terms of I don't think so, I don't think Liverpool are going to do anything with him. Or I don't think it's, genuine or whatever, right? So he's contradicting, Fabrizio and him are contradicting each other a bit here. I know my money's on. He said, I think the way he was kind of put to me is, that's not the greatest English, is it? Fucking hell, even Fabrizio worded it better than that. In other words, he's saying his sources at Liverpool Football Club said to him, in other words, Liverpool have got a young centre-half, Leone. That's their centre-back prospect that they want to develop and be third or fourth choice. They watched Ordóñez closely, liked him in the past, but they're not looking for someone else who is of that profile. Same profile. That profile, same profile is what it says. He's going to need a lot of time and development. I don't think bringing in a 21-year-old from the Belgium league now and dropping him into the team and expecting him to be better than Canate, it doesn't help anyone, right? So that's what he's saying. So you got Fabrizio saying, Liverpool have been, sniffing around him, basically. Not happening at the moment. But David Lynch, Captain Obvious, saying that he doesn't think so, doesn't think it'll go any further. And the sources, if you believe him, saying that, Liverpool have got Leone and they're focusing on him. Yet we've just had news about another centre. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Right, now what's interesting is, I don't know much about this lad, but apparently he's played in the UCL for 2 years, as well as the World Cup qualifiers for Ecuador. And there's a comment here, someone says, to suggest he's like Leone in terms of experience is ludicrous. Someone else put, he plays every game with Ecuador at centre-back and also right-back. He will play the World Cup with Ecuador and his valuation will improve too much. He plays Champions League with Bruges every season. Or he actually says plays Champions with Bruges every season. I don't want to put words into people's mouths. Anyway. So, let's just go back to what Rent a Tweet said. He says they're currently scouting him as they are with several other players, but currently nothing has been agreed or finalised. So they're not really contradicting each other, are they? But I think Fabrizio's alluding there or suggesting, there's quite a bit of interest there, whereas, what's he called? Captain Obvious is saying, don't think so. What do you think, guys? I don't know much about this this lad, to be honest with you. But neutral supporters, this isn't Liverpool, because you've got to be careful when you listen to Liverpool supporters, because sometimes they'll big someone up because they want something to happen and they want to believe it, they get sucked into it, you know what I mean? So when I see neutral supporters, saying, especially from other countries, saying, hey, he's a decent kid, you should be looking at him, then it's worth looking at, I think, or worth considering. Anyway, I'll leave it with you. I just wanted to let you know what those two esteemed journalists had to tell you, all right? I've got more coming up, and we've got a live stream shortly as well, so I won't hang around, guys, all right? Anything to tell you? Hopefully I'm going out for a beer today. Live stream before then. No, I've just got a couple more vids I'm going to hopefully try and get in, but I've only got half an hour to do them in, all right? If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up the video. Drop me a comment if you've got any thoughts on Rent a Tweet or Captain Obvious, what their views are. Do you think anything's going to come, of this speculation? It's quite intense speculation, but not from closer to home. I did a video on it yesterday. I can't remember what it was titled. I'm sure his name is in the... Yeah, I think his name was in the video title. People enjoyed that video. You might want to look at it if you don't know what I'm talking about. So thumbs up, comment. There's a love out under my video if you want to support my channel. If you want to buy me a beer, because Saturday's my day out, there's 3 links in the video description. Any of them are all good. Revolut's my favourite one because it goes straight on my phone. All right, you know what I'm saying. Okay, guys, take care, and I'll speak to you real soon.